Hello, welcome to this video. In this video I am going to explain how to extract the data from one workbook to another workbook by using Vlookup function. As part of this process, first I created a folder on my desktop. This folder consists of 3 workbooks. Now let us cross-check these 3 workbooks one by one. First workbook consists of data range. Second workbook consists of lookup values. By using Vlookup function, I am going to extract the output from the database workbook to lookup value workbook. Third one represents to coding workbook. Now I am opening the coding workbook. Click on Developer tab. Click on Visual Basic. Already I created a module. In that module I mentioned complete code. Here you can find the same. Let us cross-check the code step by step. First I am going to find the workbook path of lookup file. For that I am using getOpenFileName method of application object. Press F8. From the generated dialog box, select lookup file. Click on Open. Here, complete file path saved in the variable of lookup file name. Thereafter, I am opening the lookup workbook by using that variable. To open the workbook, I am using open method of workbooks object. Now lookup workbook opened. Next I created a variable to define this workbook, which is named as lookup workbook. Set lookup workbook is equal to active workbook. Thereafter I am defining the worksheet. Here lookup values exist in the tab of sheet 1. To define this tab, I created a variable which is named as lookup sh. Set lookup sh is equal to, in that workbook I considered sheet 1. Next I am defining the lookup value. To define the lookup value, first I am defining the workbook name followed by sheet name. Here lookup sh.parent.name returns the workbook name. Here we can cross check. Workbook is the parent of worksheet. Thereafter I defined the sheet name. As lookup value started from A2, I mentioned A2 here. Press F8. Here we can find the lookup value structure. Thereafter I created one more variable which is named as db file name, which is useful to save the data range workbook path. So from the generated dialog box, I am going to select lookup data range workbook. Click on Open. Now workbook path saved into this variable. By using that variable, I am going to open the workbook. Thereafter I created a variable to define the database workbook. Set db workbook is equal to active workbook. As data exists in sheet 1, I consider sheet 1. Next I am defining the lookup range. For that I created a variable with the name of lookup range and data type is string. as data started from A2 and ended at B12, I considered the same for data range. Thereafter, in the B2 cell of lookup sheet, I am going to place the VLOOKUP formula. This formula consists of 4 functional arguments. First one is lookup value, and second one is lookup range, and third one is column index number, and fourth one is closest matching value. Here I mentioned as 0, which denotes absolute match. Press F8. Here we can find application retrieved the value as 26 by using VLOOKUP function for the lookup value of 1. My next step is I am going to fill all the remaining cells by using fill down option. Press F8. Now application retrieved output for all the lookup values. In this way, we can retrieve the data from one workbook to another workbook by using VLOOKUP function. Hope this video is useful to everyone. Thanks for watching.